clip about Scrap talking about it. He's like, bro, they're just overthinking it. Like, they just need to play COD. I don't know. I think the most worrisome thing is, like, versus these teams where they should just out-talent. Like, when you talk about really small, simple mistakes versus the top teams, all right, then you can go into deep analysis. Okay. But you're just getting fried.
Yeah,
like,
no.
We need to at least shoot back. Shoot back.
Yeah,
See what happens.
So whereas I'm thinking you need to get like the basic fundamentals, you're like, you just need to shoot.
No, I'm saying we need to play Call of Duty tutorial. Left trigger, right trigger. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's see if they can do that. Yeah, maybe just focus more a little on the lane, the talent. Don't overthink things. We'll see if they're able to. It's hard. It's hard when you're in a hole like this and you've got all the fans chirping at you, us chirping at you. You're overthinking things, trying to figure it out. But yeah, maybe simplify it. Just try to get the gunny hot and slay, which you've got the talent to do it, but that talent has not been on show whatsoever as of late. You get a series win here, though, maybe you start to turn things around a little bit.
Well, I mean, honestly, for both teams, right? Obviously, the focus is on Optic because it's their major, but we're talking about they play Miami Ultra. They also have Thieves and LAG next week. So you're talking about 3 of 4. This weekend is what you're looking at. They're not beating Thieves right now, right? At least in this form. So you're looking at the other 3 matchups. It's the same thing for Miami. They have a tough schedule. They need another win to potentially get to a winner's bracket. They don't want to start in losers round 1 after getting top 3 at that major. So for Miami, I mean, this is one you are circling if you're both of these squads to get going.
And it's just like one of the things like I said, like we had a 2-5 team get in last time. That was actually Heretics that were able to beat Optic in the major. Yeah, but like we may have a 2-5 team getting in again, and it's not ideal. But you're hoping to get in a winner's bracket, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. But we'll kind of focus on the map 1 now. Not much time earned for either side, but Shotzzy stringing together some headshots. A guy that's really got to turn it around individually. I mean, they all do, but Shotzzy, all the talk with him being a superstar and what a player he has been, got to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a number of them in the bottom 5 of, like, every category. Again, it's just a team thing. But, yeah, I think you look about Shotzzy and just what he did in stage 1. Like, he's got to try to at least get to half of that form. Just has not been there, but yeah, you can talk about any single one of these players. But starting to earn some scrap time on this rotation to P2, though. Heretics are going to be the first ones there. Shotzzy maybe going to be able to make the play, at least find one and stagger this setup for Miami Heretics. And, well, they should be able to deal with this. They have a great pinch.
They have absolutely that. They're dealing with it on one side. They've got to fight on the other. The one-on-one, not going to get traded out. Actually, it drops up. It's a big 2 from Metals because now you can collapse on this. I'm just looking at the minimap, assuming this is going to be a trade. It's not. Pred just kind of tucked away, lurking, looking to pound. See if he'll find the timing and the play to get on in. Some damage through. Now the kills may come through. Turn that into 2 for Pred. Lurk pays off, but the rest of his teammates drop. He's got to go wild, be the bailout, and he's trying to do just that. 3. Number 4 is close, down to 28 HP, but Kenny's able to get the angle as he shuts down the kill. Pred lurks, Pred makes the play.
Yeah, bailout, but also baited the hell out of the team. No doubt about it, but it's all right, because he found the 3 kills. They're able to get back to
We've been talking about most of his career. Like, there are times where he's going to bait the team, but like if you get the kills, it's usually okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine. That's just, what he does at times. Just sort of, they were in a tough spot. He's able to get them some more time, so up to 56 seconds. Kenny and Shotzzy able to find 2, and now you have a chance for another early break. A couple of players going to spawn out there. I don't know if it's going to be tough to read this. See if Kenny's able to do it, but it looks like Ken has an idea of it, so he knows the spawns are there. Try to get to the hill, though. Not able to make it.
Yeah, I think he tries to find a timing on through. It does not work out at all. Shotzzy will be the next guy up the bat, but should be traded out, and that'll be exactly the case. Metals gets him. Time going the way of Heretics. Lead change now looming. We'll see what Pred can now do. Some decent shots at range, but tough to win that against the aim ass from Real. Nice shot from Kenny. He's right back to even. You break in behind that, and about 20 healthy seconds left that you can earn. Nice little snap there from Metals. I know when you're shooting for the hedges, not always the easiest with the aim assist. Sometimes you got a sub in hand, but nice shots from Metals to win it.
Yeah, obviously you spawn up towards that P5. So you're getting some of this scrap time. There was a weird spawn, I think, because how aggressive Pred got. And again, this is when you can kind of overanalyze maybe some mistakes that may hurt them down the line. But for right now, you have the lead. You're slaying well. Shotzzy's double positive. And that's the key. They just have not been in a lot of these maps.
No, they haven't. It hasn't been all that competitive. No, you're right. Try to at least get to competitive, get to winning some fights, then talk about the nitty-gritty is how you view it. We'll see if that'll get them there. Nice little win from Shotzzy now. Lead continuing to build. Opportunity, though, for Rancor off the double to maybe get something going. We'll see if Heretics can battle through to the point. Kenny, next one up. He takes his fight. Shotzzy, he's got a one-on-one of his own on the other side. Awkward little timing there, but finally able to take it. Just no real-time urgency. Now we've got, what, 2 minutes already off of the play clock. This is so different than the hard point we casted earlier today, where you had 3+ minutes left at the end of the hard point.
Yeah, it's been a messy one. But yeah, just due to hills like this, and this is something that we have seen. Nobody can really get control. Both teams spawning on both sides, but I'll tell you what, this is what we wanted to see. This is what Optic fans wanted to see, is Shotzzy playing like this again.
Yeah, double positive, deep in his bag, trying to turn around some of those numbers he's had in this stage 2 qualifier. We go right back over to his POV, but yeah, still up 20 now, second set of rotations. He said kind of a sloppy first one, just if you look at half the play clock being gone, no one able to hold like a real big setup. Any big adjustments you see needed for either side of it?
No, I think on the Miami side, it's just a couple of key rotations that they weren't able to win. I think you're happy with this. The way Shotzzy's playing, only being down 17, Rentor slaying pretty well. Dashy, though, there's the headshots, the triple to find some of this time. And, well, he's just going to challenge number 4, but Rentor might respond with a triple of his, but not going to happen. Dashy is there, takes him down, but you didn't get much time behind that, right? So they kind of chased this kill outside. Finally, I thought they were going to get on the time, but not going to happen. So the lead doesn't grow behind that play.
No, it doesn't. You know, turn that into anything. And now you've got the early setup, at least for now. If you are Heretics, Kenny is going to fall. The other 3 trying to push, but everybody's on headies with ARs right now for Heretics. They're mostly winning the fights. The subs, though, trying to get it done for the Optic Texas side as we bounce around. You've gotten them out of the hard point, at least for now. The play clock's still going to be a big conversation. We're now down to 2 minutes in a 90-90 game. It seems improbable that we are going to be getting to 250 for somebody.
I mean, that's incredible hip fire right there from Real on the Shotzzy. You definitely want that, but there we go. Miami able to take the lead, and yeah, it's because of those small moments where you are finding the kills, but not finding time if you are Optic, but only down a couple. They do find 3 dead in the feed to have them spawning where you want, but you are not wrong. It is just going lower and lower.
This is a weird one. Well, I mean, it's like early red card, I feel like, when we first started the year. This was a conversation every time. Clean there on the headshot from Rancor. We got 10 left. Rotating out now. Early on the race should be the Optic side. They'll have a 3-on-2 early near the point. Is what, 2 stay to deal with the last guy coming out. That'll be Shotzzy. We'll see what he can do on his side. He's kind of tucked away, but now we'll focus on the fight over here. But you've got numbers for a good bit of time. It's 2 dealing with Shotzzy, and Shotzi's actually able to get one on the other side of it. So this will delay and stagger kind of the push in from Heretics. So you have numbers on this side of your Texas. You turn this into some time, but now we'll see how the spawns come in. Backside for Optic Texas, out front for Miami Heretics. Now the real fight goes down.
Yeah, and this has just kind of been the thing. You've had some positions to get some of this time, but then Miami's finding a couple of kills and just making it messy. Pride, though, right back into the hill, just going to chow out with Dashy. Put Kenny on the hill for now.
Hey, at least we might get 250 total points earned.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's still just, what, 90 seconds?
Yeah. It's still going. I mean, sometimes the second set of rotations, it gets a little bit cleaner across maps. We'll see if that'll be here.
Not between these two.
Yeah, so it's not seeming that way. It's a battle of attrition. We're going to war. And that's why you feel good, though. Even like a 30-point lead kind of feels like more just because of where the clock is at. Like, usually at this point in the game, I wouldn't think like a 30-point advantage is really that big of a deal, but seems a little bit scary.
This is the Miami chance, though. You got an early rotation, but you see there's a 2-2 split right now. So Kenny and Dashy, they're just hoping the other 2 could buy some time, but Optic right now trying to find the break on this P4. Let's go to a listening with the boys.
What is their lower shoot? Watch out, red core, mid steps.
On time, middle.
That's it, I'm one shot, bro. I'm just living. I'm one shot. I'm one shot top stage. Tell look at me again. Yeah. Let's shut down. They're top mid hedge. Where are you? You're just sitting there. Shut down, look at it. Look at it. Mid hedge. One shot. Alright, top 3 and Tom. Top 3 out. I'm maybe Tom. I'm going down. What you gonna?
Real still top.
Oh yeah, AJ. Oh yeah, I'm going there. Alright, what's it on?
Real still top.
Yeah, you're going. I get in there.
I see nothing mid. I have all mid. All win base and D. All win base and D, you heard?
Look close to me.
All win base and D.
I'll play the BSC. I'll play here.
Middle.
Nice. I'll play the top.
Nice. Last paper.
BSC dead.
Paper.
I got it, I'm trying to. Here's one dark in me. Trying to live. I need my Phillies.
Where's this one, kid?
Keep it dark, dark,
One
dark.
more
Beast, paper.
I have it, dark,
Paper,
kid.
paper, dark. Dark, dark, look at dark.
Maybe dark, maybe dark,
Absolute dark. One's
kid.
paper, bro. Dark, one shot. On the stairs. Nice. Okay, this is one piece, just.
On middle.
One time.
Nice, last guy. He could be BSN either. Look him.
Okay.
Alright. He's on BSN, we're good. On flip.
He's up.
We're dark. Get ticket.
I have all ticket.
One shot Phillies.
I have tickets too, boys. Just eight front.
One shot Real. One low dark.
I still have ticket.
Phillies.
I'm Phillies.
I
Let's
have
go.
ticket.
One out, I
We're
I have ticket.
Low dark.
Phillies Real.
I'm pushing him.
Bro.
I got
Two there. And I can't.
I have 3 low.
That's not somebody.
Camera.
I got it.
Hey, ticket. 1 HP. Left corner.
Goes right. There's shut off somewhere. He's mid of me. There's some ticket.
Mr. Tom.
Got it down. Mid of me.
Absolute.
Alright, they're heading outside.
It's a sloppy one. 23 seconds remaining on the clock. Fighting back is Heretics. Down about 10, trying to change the lead. Dashy, though, getting in, taking out players, taking out trophies, and taking out a second. Nice moment there from Dashy, trying to extend this lead, and then the play clock becoming a bigger conversation, but this has been a walkie.
I was going to say, like, you have to continue to play time checks. You're only at 165, so it's like the play clock really doesn't help you, and you're only up 17.
Yeah.
So this game very much still winnable for Heretics. Shotzi maybe just trying to get into a better position for this P2. Trying to fight this is Ken, and yeah, now you're just trying to get them off this. Prey trying to do what he can, continues to tick on down. 11 seconds left. Optic will have spawns for P2.
This has been a crazy one. 3 points between them, and that is closing. Lead change is in. Heretics out in front with 11 on the play clock. Position towards the hard point there for Optic Texas. Dashy with an opener. Prey going to drop, though. Dashy able to get a second with the pistol, though, so he set them up now for the win. Every second here is so massive. You have numbers here for a moment, and Rancor is shooting. Able to take down 2, finesse a bit, and extend that fight, so the trade comes in from Lucky. Now lead change again is in. Heretics back out in front with 8.4 to go on the clock. Lucky, though, drops. Real, Rancor, holding, trying to win this one. The contest, every single second of the contest, so bad now for Optic Texas. They hop out of the point, letting time dwindle, spawning out as Optic. They can't get back, and one of the weirdest red cards we have had goes to Miami Heretics. That was something.
It's disgusting. I mean, it felt like I was watching like a day 1 red card scrim. Yeah, that's how it felt.
Yeah, no, that's why I said the kind of middle. It felt like early red card, like real early red card.
No, I felt like a day 1.
Yeah.
You heard kind of in the listening, like there were a couple moments where just like people weren't listening. I mean, Ken was like a couple of times at the end of the P5, like, yo, I'm bumping. Somebody get off the hill. Like he's talking to Shotzi, never really get a reaction. And when you're saying something and you don't get a reaction, what ends up happening, you both end up doing that. That's
the thing that stood out to me the most in listening. People were saying a lot of stuff. There wasn't a lot of responding. Like we talk a lot about small talk, and all we mean by small talk is someone says something, someone kind of answers. You go back and forth, right? There wasn't much of that at all, right?
But again, I'm not gonna get too critical. I mean,
but there wasn't, right?
Yeah, you played around sort of just slaying, simplifying the game, and they had their chances. You got what you wanted. 35 from Shotzi.
To be fair, maps haven't looked all that winnable for them as of late. That one looked winnable, but down the stretch and able to clutch up, it was Miami Heretics. Rancor, he had a huge double to kind of set them up and get in for that final break. He ends up putting up a big game. Whew. And this is one moment I'm talking about. Like these two, and then even stretching a player there to wrap the edge, so then his teammate Lucky is able to trade it out. That's the break. That's what ends up deciding the map.
Yeah, no, he ends up with what? 39, make it 40, and this is what, well, they must switch his pick because of the vault, but he was going with Rancor early. I mean, guy is a shooter, has been since he joined the roster.
Unbelievable stuff from Rancor there. 41 and 24, about a minute in the hard point as well, and that's a W in the map one for the Heretics. Obviously, this has been a tough matchup. It seems like regardless of where these two teams are at, just historically, when you talk about the Miami or Florida Mutineers franchise, for whatever reason, this has been a series that never seems to go the way I expected to. But we had no clue coming into this what to expect. It's just a question of each week right now for us is like how much have Optic improved over the course of the last week? How have scrims gone? And we get into it and then we see how it's going. Looking ugly, at least in that first map one. That was not a pretty one. I mean, from either side, it was not the best hard point.
Yeah, I think that on the other side for like Heretics, this is not the way you want to look. right after coming off a top 3. Just trying to, again, get into a winner's bracket start, but they need a victory here.
No, it just seems like, a couple of those teams just seemed a little bit ahead early on. Like, I don't know, maybe them or even like Boston Breach right at the beginning of the year. Like, that seems to be slipping away because there are teams that are just improving big time. I mean, Cloud9, I know after the loss today, it doesn't look as great, but like, still Ravens seem to be still fighting for like a top 4 type place. Vancouver has turned it around massively. Cloud9, despite the loss, still looking a lot better. And Heretics, I mean, I don't think any of us thought that they were going to be like top 3 going into this major. I don't think that was an expectation whatsoever, but I was hoping they were like on the, I don't know, I guess like the good side of top 6. Like, I don't know, there with a chance to make another top 3. At least the opportunity. Right now, I don't know that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, obviously sitting down 1 and 2, again, some tough losses, some good teams. You probably throw a Rocker in there as well. You're not really sure about that squad. That was one that was trending in the right direction. Now you don't really know. But they have a loss to Rocker, a loss to FaZe. Yeah, you think this is a winnable one for them? Should be. And then from there, who knows? They have some tough matches. But I think with Miami, what changed at the major is they started to win Game 5s. They had a number of Game 5 losses throughout Major 1 qualifier, and they shifted that narrative in front of their hometown.
Well, it just all looks crazy when you look at the, overall standings, just because, like, you have Thieves who've been unbelievable, and then, like, you have, like, Falcons and LAG who aren't going to be winning. And then everywhere else, like, I don't know. I mean,
there's just been a lot of shit
like
the last couple of
3-1
weeks.
now. Like, I mean, you assume they're going to be up there near the top 2, but it just seems to be constantly evolving. And when I think I know one thing, I change my mind the following week.
Yeah, I think the big teams that really have kind of shifted are sort of like your Vancouver and your Cloud9, and on the other side of that, it's Boston and maybe Miami.
But my worry, like, after the first major, I mean, I tweeted, I was like, it just seems like it's FaZe and Thieves and everybody else right now. And, like, for a second, I thought maybe it was changing, but, like, you're kind of right back to it. Might be that. Yeah, we'll see. But the S&D slump for Optic Texas, 1 and 4. I mean, they've been struggling all over the place, but when you're ever seeing last or 11th and a 12-team lead tied to them, it is not good. But, like, listen, there's no way to really talk about it. They've been vocal about it, which we've touched on. They know they are bad. They are working on it, and this is just going to be. That's why even their first loss when we cast the FaZe match, I was like, everyone settle down. Like, give them. This might be like we're talking months. Like, that's after I watched that series, I was like, holy hell! Like, it just did not look good.
Yeah, and Nameless kind of brought up on the desk like he didn't love this with all the vaults because maybe this is a.
So your thought process is like it's simple though.
Yeah, I mean this is like, well, let's play Vault and Skyline.
Let Shotzzy get in his hole and dance around.
Yeah.
No. Keep it simple. We'll see if that'll be the case. We nearly walk away with that map 1. And I think we're focusing a little bit more on the Optic Texas side of this than the Heretics, just because we're about to get to their major, and just because of the current situation they are in.
They did win the World Championship last year.
Yes. So, we're a little more critical of them, despite the fact that Heretics are coming off a top 3, just due to kind of expectations and, well, names on your roster. Let's see how it goes early in this round 1. Kenny. How many YYs per engagement? Not able to take that fight, some damage in, but challenge the heady, and it's Rancor that's able to drop him. Rancor was the shooter in that map 1 and keeps it going here. Shotzzy in a world of trouble as well, able to stay up though, and Pred able to help out and pick one. So you get out, you bring it to a 3 versus 3. Still opportunity here.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out where this Heretics push was coming from, and, well, it was all 10. He spots 3 different players, puts some shots in, but doesn't really have help. But Pred able to turn this into a 3 versus 3. Now this timing with Dashy might be everything. Real ready for it. The headshot is there. No trade opportunity at the moment. Pred, though, going to continue to hunt.
Yeah, it's the fact they haven't made a play for the bomb, so they're still hunting. They're still lurking. Now, pressure going to be coming out towards poolside. How does the timing go with the plant? Here they come to swing. He's on it. Shotzzy's going to get tagged. Pred.
It's the worst timing.
Not able to quite get away, or is he? He does win 1, but the timing, I asked the question. It was about as bad as it could be. Rancor dials up the first blood. He'll also be the one with the last laugh, as he's got the defuse.
Yeah, they had the idea, right? They put Pred on the other side of the bomb so he doesn't get shot from poolside, but it's just kind of down to Shotzzy. He has to slide back and forth. They come in pool, they drop in hole. Which side is it? And unfortunately, he just slides on through, and even the 1 bullet helps. But yeah, he's just caught. Oh, that just allows the 2 versus 1 in the bomb to go the way of Miami.
We'll get that first round win, and we'll see how things develop over the course of this. We casted a vault earlier today. It was a real fun one. Just how the challenge kind of goes down today. That time, I mean, they weren't working the plan early at all, just kind of playing around info and kills, and nearly able to do it, but the timing doesn't work out with the plan. Pred does get 3, but not around victory. It's Rancor with the first and the last. Kind of spread it out and slowing it down on offense is Heretics. 8 taking a route. That's going to be Real He's taking some shots now. His position given up, but we don't see too many B Street pushes. But
well, they're thinking like Optic's out towards pool, but really Optic was just like cat, and they were playing pretty slow. So you're gonna have Kenny and Shotzi in a position to back up quickly to watch the B bomb. So Miami's like, they're all here. We do not have time to plant this bomb. Let's go back to A.
So they'll get back over. Now work the A plant, trying to get an angle as Pride just sends it. He does take down one. How does the rest of the battle go?
Rentor's behind, and they have no idea. Rentor went all the way through back spawn. Dashy starts to get shot in the side. And yeah, Rentor was the one lurker.
They're going to try and isolate him, but they're not going to be able to do it before he gets another. Rancor gets back to his spot. He's been like on one of those shrub headies to take out Kenny in both rounds. Shotzi now. Can he get it done in the 1 versus 3? Only 2 of them remaining, and Lucky and Real. Time to work with. 30 seconds on the clock. Shotzi is hoping somebody gives him a wide shoulder where he's able to get a pick, but eventually he's got to go. Slide on in, and Chow able to win the first, but good damage in for the first player at least, so the trade is easy. Heretics up 2-0.
Yeah, that's one of those situations, maybe just comm-wise between Shotzi and Kenny. It feels like as soon as maybe Ken gets spotted by Rentor, he's got to somehow try to play his life, allow Shotzi to pitch that, then they can work the numbers inside the bomb site. Instead, it's just Rentor who changes the round.
Yeah, he's had Kenny's number so far. Shutting him down. Good gunfight wins, and yeah, just probably not the guy I'm challenging after the map one that he had. I still do. His interview at the major was so good. I think I love him as a player forever, bro. Something about a player tearing up, dude. I was crying too, Joe. I'm an emotional man. I'm like Optic fans right now. I'm emotional, Joe. Down 0-2 and trying to get it going on offense. So this time they're just going to take the free plant. Everyone pick a corner.
Hopefully you have a trophy.
Yeah, I have a trophy.
Maybe 2.
It's just, is there an angle to actually pick the trophy, and then things really fall apart. Kenny, well, not quite as safe as maybe he thought, so he's got to scurry away. Trophy is eaten 1.
I mean, they've wasted so much time, but
yeah.
there's a car. That's not good, and maybe that takes the trophy away. Now here comes the pinch. But yeah, they're thinking like someone's gonna be moving. They're all just in this bomb.
Yeah.
They're just holding this, locking it down. And talk about some simple COD. There is a great example.
Yeah, no, it's not that often we see all 4 just piled in there. It's like a locker room, dude. They're vibing. Got it piled up, able to take it. And yeah, you're really relying on that trophy because it gets taken out. Suddenly things get real ugly.
And I'm just laughing because like Real's like just waiting middle of the map, just thinking a player's in a pinch.
You always think there's one. There's like one.
Yeah.
Least, like trying to make a play, trying to find timing, trying to take her out. No. He's like, okay, guys, we've cleared everything.
I have stared at this hole for 25 seconds.
They've all got their feet wet in the water there at the bomb site. Not able to collapse. Texas take the round. You've got 3 ready to battle here at A from Optic. The nade gets an opener. Real, I thought gonna get traded out, but he's able to hop out and get away. They pick up
2 versus 1.
The comms are there though. They're able to pick it up. So now Rancor, shooter at 5 and 2 in the 1v2 versus Kenny and Dashy. He's gonna get this plant down, and we'll see if he's gonna be able to clutch. He's got a sub in hand. That is a disgusting win there onto Dashy.
Just doesn't know where Ken is. Doesn't know where Ken is. And while he was close, a lot closer than what he thought. And while Ken, he's able to play his life on a streak, gonna go for that defuse. And you aren't wrong. That could have been really bad for Optic because what Real does is he hits that mid push right away. He drops hole. So Optic don't know it. He's in that corner. Like if multiple players slide on by, that's a double. Instead, he gets 1.
I thought he was going to get 1, and because he just tried to hop out, he was going to trade him right away. I thought, just due to the 3-man pressure there. I was surprised he got out through a hole. I'd have to watch it, but I thought he was insta-traded. I thought he would be. Yeah, he gets out, makes a little mercy. But I thought they were just going to hit it, like we've seen teams do, and he was getting 2 free.
Yeah, we saw that route from
Kenny. It's good Kenny got a
today.
nade kill right away, which probably helped things. Sorry, say that again. You saw
I was
that
saying, we saw that earlier from Crep. We just go right down the middle. Well, Shotzi just did it as well. So maybe just teams, just because they're 4 hitting on defense around the map, taking that chance.
And Kenny's like, I'm on 4 in a row. It's been about a month since I've said that. It's been a tough one, Joe. It's been a tough one, bro. You don't love Ken. Oh, he's dead. Sorry, buddy. So that streak will end. Metals and Real get the kills, and now, well, it's quickly Shotzi. by himself, and well, Rancor's gonna be a tough fight. He loves that area, and he has not lost a fight from any of the palm tree headies. Heretics take it.
Yeah, just an uncomfortable round right there for Optic because you have 2 players on the bomb, a lot of pressure on them. Dashy's kind of lurking back hut. He knows, though, there's like 3 players. So he's just like hoping a timing goes his way, and then you're just sort of waiting on Shotzzy. Is he going to push through B? Maybe the call is to go to B with the bomb. Not really it. So Miami just able to sniff out Dashy, find that, and then there's just an easy read with the players on the site.
Easy reads and a round victory for Miami. Rancor vocal between rounds, and him and Real really the show right now. They got 13 of their 16. See, they got way more kills on one side, but just a 1 round lead is going to be the score line. Real looking to party. Shotzzy aggressive on one side. That's going to back Rancor all the way up to spawn. And you're split all over the map right now if you are Heretics. On the other side, it's kind of Shotzzy being the island player, and the other 3 grouped up. Plant now going to go in. Shotzzy just lurking here at mid. What are you seeing, Joe?
Well, I say Lucky and Rancor think this was like an A or a B street hit because there was early pressure from Shotzzy on B street, so they had to back all the way up.
Oh, yeah. Literally, Rancor went from like...
They're still waiting for the flank, but really the hit is now poolside. But Rancor, he's going to hope to find one, and then what Optic are trying to do is find these ARs cleanly and then work with the players on the bomb side, but that's just not happening.
Yeah, the fact Rancor is still alive. Hold up, though. This becomes a little more interesting because Rancor is out of the play, at least for now. He's trying to get over there as quickly as he can. You see that number 7 coming over. He's trying to get there. You got to keep Real from getting the kill. Rancor now coming into party. The pinch works out perfectly. And that's Rancor. Like, he gets a kill in the back. The fact that they aren't able to isolate him quickly enough and get the kill. He's able to get 1 in that first push where there's 3 kind of swinging towards the back. Then, I mean, he has to hightail to get here. Otherwise, his teammates in a 2-on-1 and they're going to get the defuse. He gets here just in the nick of time.
Well, luckily there's a hole in the middle of the map.
Yeah, that helps, Joe. That helps. But he's up to what, 9-3. Rancor looking good, feeling good. And he is playing well. But yeah, no, you were absolutely right. Like, he hightailed it out of there. Like, I think that push is coming. It just took a while to actually come in. I mean, little they know they could have swarmed the bomb, probably closed out the round, but they don't have the information that we do. Back to a 2-round advantage, though, for Heretics. Trophy coverage here for Ken as he tries to get the plant on in. And it looks like an old, let's group up inside the bomb side again behind the trophy.
Except for Shotzzy, which I don't hate, right? If there's anyone who's going to kind of lurk on this team and maybe make a play, it's this guy. And, well, a play he will make. He's going to find one, and now it's just waste their time.
Yep.
As long as possible, these 3 players, did he get lost? You can see all 3. Where did Shotzzy go? Metals is holding something. Rentor's holding something. It's just not, they're not able to find him quite yet. He's going to...
I thought he had that one. I thought he did, but he doesn't win it. And then, oh my God, the wheels come off. This gunfight is not the prettiest of them, but Dashy will fall, pistol out and battling. That's going to be 4 straight for Real. Him and Rancor take it over. And what just happened, Joe?
Well, I don't know if Shotzzy stopped shooting or what, but if he wins that one, round's done.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, I mean, we were watching that.
I don't know if he might have got smoked. I don't know if
Rancor just missed, or he got a pick inside the bomb.
Listen, Optic may be struggling, but if we're playing hide and seek, I still pick Shotzzy.
So Ken dies, so Shotzzy dies? Okay, and then Pred just swings on out for whatever reason. And Kenny was weak.
Okay. Well, now we get to see the other POV I have when we were focused on hide and seek with Shotzzy, and this is how it actually went down. Pred swings, Kenny weak and can't help. Dashy then tries to help. 1 by 1, the setup falls apart. Kenny, a wild chow. He nearly fries him. Lucky hit down to 13, but able to win it.
Thinking there's going to be a trade. It's just about 5 seconds later, there finally is one. It's hoping for a double chow. They're able to take down Lucky, so nice early shots from Lucky.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Optic timing just off a hair, I'm sure. But trying to work on that, but they got to win a bunch of rounds in a row now. Got to get 4 straight. Pred, though, dropped. Kenny blooded. Shotzzy trying to activate. He's able to find one tucked away, but he'll be traded out nearly.
I thought he saw him. I thought he saw him. That's why he was looking at, but he doesn't. Early solo challenge hurt Optic in that round, and well, Miami able to go up 2-0.
Up 2-0, and we got a bunch of vault coming at you. Maybe not a bunch of vault. Maybe there's one more vault's coming at you. Heretics able to take it. Frustrating right now for Optic Texas. had some moments they probably should have won, some rounds they should have won, but yeah, just vibes off, comms off, timing's off right now. And I know you're thinking just shoot. There was some of that, obviously, in the map one. You could see, like, they were focused a little bit more, I think, on just individual plays, individual moments, and probably why that one played out the way it did. But the Search and Destroy struggling, and Rancor is having a party in this one. He puts up 41 in the map one. He's 13-4 with 1,500 damage here. Rancor is loving this matchup, and man, he's been, I think, one of the brightest spots this year, bro. It's been awesome.
Oh, he's been a bright spot for Miami, that's for sure. Like, I mean, Real has not had the impact he had last year. Still, it's some great.
Reminds me for like young players, like, oh,
no, 100%.
Yeah, it's been great. But yes, for Miami, absolutely. I wondered how things were to go when Vickle stepped away and some changes to the team, but Rancor has been so good. And yeah, I don't know if they're have the potential to really make another run to a top 3, but a nice win here. You're just trying to get in winner's bracket, see what you can do. You know, you're not going to be in Spain. It's going to be a little bit different probably in Texas, but looking good so far in this series. It's just tough because I think everyone's kind of looking good against Optic right now with the way they're playing, but you take the wins you can get. You're up 2-0. You're looking to close it out. Curious to see where the desk has to think.
Ant, are you up for a heartfelt speech to really encourage these Optic boys to battle back?
Come on, Ant! There is pain behind this smile, and it's not because of my prediction. It's because of what I'm watching. Honestly, it's because of what I'm watching. If I were to draw conclusions on that first hardpoint, it would be a bunch of question marks as to what the hell these guys are doing. Honestly, like, I mean, we'll get into it in a minute. Let's talk about the Search and Destroy here. I mean, there was
Rancor, sorry.
He's unbelievable. I mean, Miami, great Search and Destroy. There was a round, though, where Optic did a two-man split, 2 guys mid, and then they had Dashy on one side of the map, Kenny on one side of the map. And Miami's just sitting there, like, waiting for information. Like, are they going to move? Are they going to do anything? Okay, we're just going to plant the bomb. So what is the plan there? All right, we're all going to try to hit out P2 and send Shotzi on a solo flank through spawn, where he just insta-dies and you lose the round. That round is indicative of where this team stands right now. I mean, Miami really just had to play simple day 1 Call of Duty to beat Optic here. It's nothing too crazy.
From my side of things, it's Team Rocket, Rancor and Real. I mean, they have been unreal in the first 2 maps of this series. I mean, Rancor might become Optic's boogeyman after this. I mean, I'd be having nightmares after what some of these kills, not only in this map 2 have looked like, but map 1, but same thing, like just the game plan from side of Miami. I was incredibly impressed with their retakes throughout the entirety of this Search and Destroy. That was an area they needed to grow in. They needed to grow in Search and Destroy in general. Don't know if it's the best practice right now, but vamos.
I mean, like I said, before the match, I said Miami still the same team we saw at the major. Obviously, they had a sub in the first couple matches. They're just trying to pick up where they left off. Still have a lot of faith in this roster, but I'm not that impressed through 2 maps because I feel like Optic is actually that bad. They're actually that bad.
If you're Rancor, I say go ahead and get the tattoo. Rookie of the Year, 2025.
He's got
Get it
that
done.
locked.
Get it
He's
done
got
now
locked
before
up.
Major 2 even kicks off. Well, we're not done with this series yet. We got to draw some conclusions from the hard point. Allie, we didn't even get to 200 points a team.
We didn't even get to 200 points. So what's crazy about this, we're going to go kind of early when it was still tied up. I just want to really hone in on the difference between Miami Heretics, their comms, and the way they play as a team versus Optic Texas. So we'll get right into it. The situation is right now that we are heading over into P2. 4 seconds left over on this P1, and let me kind of just give you the situation. Let me give you this stitch. So there's 3 players from Miami Heretics here, and they know that Kenny is over here. So their goal right now is to isolate this player. You're going to see all 3 members of Miami Heretics focus on this kill. And the reason this is important is because of the communication that is happening in the Miami Heretics team to set up for this P2. So I'm going to let it run for just a second as we watch as this goes down. So as you see, all 3 of them turn to go for Kenny. Somebody dies, I believe that's Real. They turn, they get the kill. And instantly, you saw number 8 on the minimap. I'm going to pause once again. There's an unfortunate spawn out. Nobody was blocking this side. So Kenny is going to spawn back over towards P2. You can already see number 8 is looking for this kill and is having the awareness of this. And the reason this is so important is because behind him, his back is not given up. You still have another member of Miami Heretics watching the front side because they are incredibly aware of these split spawns. So if we go ahead and let this run out one more time. Oops, excuse me, let me get that X off that mini-map. We turn and burn on Kenny. We get that kill. We understand that now we're spawning in the back because number 5, that's going to be Metals. He's going to have that information. On the side of Optic Texas for this break, for the rest of this clip, it is single play by single play by single play. And that has been the story of this entire hardpoint, is just solo plays from the members of Optic Texas. One member flies in, he doesn't have any help. Dashy goes in, Kenny goes in, doesn't have any help. There is just nobody watching over each other's backs. And that is why this hardpoint was just so disgusting to watch, because there was no game plan. There was no same plan from the side of Optic Texas.
Miami played bad as well.
Okay.
Miami weren't good either on that map. I mean, Ticket Hill was awful.
Game's ready. Let's go to it. 3-0.
I'll always reference it. It reminds me of that Karachi last year. It was Optic and what, Legion. It was like
Rocker or was
no, it was Legion.
Oh yeah.
It was like the worst map I'd ever watched. It just felt like that.
That
It's like
one
no one
topped-
wanted to win.
That one topped it.
It might have, yeah.
It did.
Dude, Karachi was bad, bro. You gotta go back and watch it. It was bad.
That topped it.
But you looked ill during that one, Joe. You were struggling. I was gonna get you some Tums.
It's about the positives.
Oh yeah, okay. That's where
That's
we're
the way
at.
I'm looking at.
Okay. What's your positive right now for Optic?
I don't have any.
Okay, well I can't.
No, the positives of that map.
Oh.
They only lost by 10.
Gotcha. Okay.
That was the positive.
Okay. Got it, Joe. Holy hell. Control this season, where we are sitting. Heretics looking to close this one out 3-0 and send us home quickly.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, this is maybe where you're kind of questioning maybe this vault pick, because this is Miami's best control. They're 5-2 here. So what? They're 6-11 overall. So everywhere else they are 1-9.
But we're going to vault, Joe.
We're going to vault where they're 5-2.
This is why Ant felt good about, well, he picked Optic, but he felt good about Real being the guy to go off for Heretics. Certainly the guy that can do it. But I mean, Real's looking at this half like an all-time series for himself. If he has a banger here, just a dominant map 1 and map 2. See if he can continue that, but he's playing with some swagger and confidence. Right onto the point they will go. Picking up the pinch will be Metals, able to do that beautifully, but teammates die on the point. Metals trying to get back into the action now and see how he can help out here, taking out a second as well. Is his impact starting to be felt? They want to fight on the B Street as well. Metals spree will come to an end, and we'll see what they try to do here. Just work it from B Street back into A.
Yeah, you had like Lucky OB early, but then they are able to pick that up. That's why Dashy kind of gets isolated inside of A. But yeah, you really haven't worked an objective so far. If you are Miami, it really just feels like they're trying to find any opening. But Shotzi is going to close that down. Maybe just showing some presence towards B, just trying to pull someone from Optic that way, and then get onto this A point. As you can see, when all 4 players are here, so difficult to capture. And Shotzi had a great map 1, at least statistically, doing it again so far in this respawn.
On 4 straight, little 6-2 start for him. Real kind of hunting, trying to deal with Shotzi before they can get forward. He's able to do that. It's nearly movement from Shotzi that decides that fight, but Real just barely able to close it out. We have about 20 seconds on the clock, and now we'll get back to the fights here at A, see if they can get the extension. Nice little sequence here from Lucky. He's gonna have to get everybody. That's 3 straight. 1 jumps up, he gets help. There's the help he needed. Second tick is done. Pistols trying to hit for Miami Heretics. Chow, though, coming in. Another one there for Lucky. He finally falls. Will the dominoes go in their favor? Real saying yes, but now it's going to be Optic Texas that cleared them out. They'll hold the line. So little needed. You're still going to have one more, I think, swing at this, but you have got to go. The problem is you have to win fights off a spawn. Then you've got to get forward as fast as you can. 5 seconds ago, can they stop into B maybe and allow teammates to get over to A? That's what he's trying to do. Now we get back to the fight inside. You're extending this. Minute extension so close. 8 versus 8. A team kill comes in at the worst possible moment. Pred's going to drop to an 8 from Shotzi, and suddenly advantage Heretics.
I mean, yeah, Shotzi and Pred try to get pushed up after the 4 dead, and they both just get caught, right? So that just leaves your ARs inside of the 8 point, like just hoping to get a kill. They just don't. Yeah, you pause B. So now, yeah, Heretics able to now play a little 7 versus 7. Shotzi going on a big long round. That's what Optic's waiting on right now. They're waiting on number 2. Pred's gonna find one. He was lurking. Rentor was hoping to watch the flank.
4v4.
He's not helping right now for the Optic side.
Oh, I thought he had that. Dashy's thinking trade, but he gets stunned. Can't quite get the angle. Finally able to get the kill and get back, knowing the other 3 are off spawn. 3 versus 3 now. 30 to go on the clock. Number 8. That's who we're looking at from Dashy's POV. That's Real. Can't quite win it. Real able to walk away with one. Suddenly it's all on Kenny to clutch up in a 1 versus 2. Pressure on Heretics to get on the point. Kenny to keep them off it. Not an easy fight. Rancor has had his number on those one-on-one AR duels, and Heretics steal round 1.
Yeah, you're just, you send Shotzzy out, right? He's going to go try to make the play to maybe close out the round, but I think the ARs picked it up. I think it was Lucky who was able to find him. And then on the other side, it's sort of Real, but Dashy's in such a forward spot where he has no help. Like maybe if Shotzi's in a bit of a closer spot, he's able to pick up Real or maybe trade that, but he's not. So it's 2 isolated fights.
And I think if you're talking back to like the A cap, like if you go back to the A cap, yeah, I mean the teammate ends up coming out.
Well, he's gonna chow this, right? So he's just challenging. They're just nading B.
Yeah. But like you were talking about the subs kind of pushing out. Like I think if there's like 5 less seconds on the clock, like that might be fine. Like even go out and slow them down, like slow down the push, but there was like 15. It was just enough to play it slow, win a fight, and get out. If there was 5 less seconds, you might be all right. There just wasn't. So Heretics, they'll strike first in a crazy round 1. We'll see what Optic are able to do offensively. The break going to go the way of Miami Heretics. They'll take numbers for now. Shotzzy will be the one trying to take a route, and we'll see what this will turn into from him. On the other side is number 6 and Lucky. They're trying to get in behind enemy lines. Optic players looking for him. Shotzzy gets one. Can they deal with Lucky on the other side? Looks like Lucky is still in cruise control. Shotzzy finessing as long as he can. His teammates have not been able to get back to him, and Real is able to turn that into a double.
Yeah, you just kind of have this 2-2 split going on right now. So Dashy and Kenny are dying. Then Pred and Shotzzy are dying. So you're just not fighting as foreign. Instead, you are getting just destroyed in your spawn.
Yeah, you don't see this happen all that often on Vault. It's usually kind of this like staggered race back towards the A point. Rarely are you getting penned in like it's a protocol, but that is what it is for now. We'll see how long this actually develops. You've got them all spawning out top right, trying to hold the angles. Okay, you get 2 kills to get you out if you're Optic Texas. You try to race back to the point and take numbers now. Real going to be the lone man here. You don't want to let him get away with anything for free, but you need to make the win on the point as well. Does he buy enough time for his teammates to kind of get back in? Was there enough focus there? I think Optic have dealt with it well enough.
Yeah, now they just got to find the rest of the players. There's multiple go cat side, but yeah, all 4 are here now for Optic. They finally got out of that spot, trying to extend this time, work this objective. Rentor's picked up by Shotzzy on the full flank, and wow, Optic get out of that. So I mean, there was a lot of isolated challenges, and then there was a nice little 2-man play between Pred and Kenny to get them some space.
Can they answer back and get the offensive round win? I mean, a little bit different than we saw in the last round, in the sense we were, what, like 8-8 in lives or so? You got a little advantage right now if you're Heretic, so feeling good about that, especially from the defensive side of things. And until they deal with number 6 and Lucky, it's going to be hard. They can't really ignore him forever.
Yeah, Ken's on the hunt, though.
And Ken's able to find him, so they deal with that. Nade hits, though, for Heretics. Just trying to not get swept off this point and have to fight for control of this street again. I don't know if you have time to do it. So if you're going to get something done, it's this push.
Maybe this opens this up. Yeah, so much pressure on the objective. Shotzzy pulls out the AR. And well, he's gonna find a couple kills, all 4 dead. And now where does Shotzzy spawn him? Right where he wants him, away from B, so the nades cannot connect. He does get caught, but you have trophies. All 3 players are here. Don't overpeak. They get in though. They get in though. Rentor's able to find a double.
Oh, it's so close. So close to being done, but now they're clearing it. And you've only got 5 lives if you were Optic. I said it had to happen on that push. It really seems like it did. You'll have one more opportunity, but not much of one. No respawns remaining. Dashy won't be back into it. Lucky still trying to win from the top. Good job backing down and playing his life. Now a little 2-man push onto Kenny. Kenny takes down 1 in fall.
Hold on, Car? It's just a 1v1 right now.
Oh my God.
The rest of the teammates are going to spawn up. Pred is just hoping this thing goes a little bit quicker.
Come on, move! Move! Doesn't move fast enough. So close, yet so far.
And that just kind of, I mean, that summarizes it. Everything that
could go wrong
seems to be going wrong is going wrong. You just see the reactions. They were, you set up the play. Shotzzy pulls out the AR, goes on the flank. The other 3 members were alive. There was a...
And Pred did a good... who was it, Pred that stayed alive?
Yeah.
For a pretty long time there. Like, that's what I'm saying. You had that B street control. Those players alive in the front line like had to stay alive and be a threat. It was one person, I think it was Pred, that like stayed alive while that all developed with Shotzzy with the AR in hand and everything. But then the retake just simply too good from Heretics. It is a sliver, a centimeter, a millimeter, whatever the hell it is you need. And then they're able to clear it. 2-0 advantage, Heretics.
And I mean, you just look at both of these rounds. This should easily be a 2-0 Optic, but it's not.
Yeah, no, true. Gotta expect frustrations mounting a bit. Team kill, well, kind of led to by Shotzzy, I think, with a push there for Heretics. Oh, the car is just brutal. Goes to get trophy out, and instead takes a bumper to the forehead.
There's just 4 of them on the B Street, so pick your poison.
Yeah. Oh, how fun. I thought we had an easy win there. It doesn't turn into an easy one at all. Shotzi's got AR out again, and he's able to take it. Trade eventually comes in, though. Raykor wrapping around behind, a little ring around the Rosie, and finally he finds it. Hey, it's Ken kind of hunting on the other side, so maybe they sort of mix things up. Kenny sub out, Shotzi AR out.
Whatever works.
Yeah, no, honestly.
I mean, we see that from like kids on the B Street. If you're...
Oh, looks like Shotzi's got sub now. Maybe it's the break.
But, you know, you're working that B point, or you're defending that B point often, you find yourself in that spot. I mean, there's just so many great positions you play with the AR. But this is so far so good here for Optic. But last time through, it was just that last second push from Miami that got them A. 2 gonna go down Kenya to try to hold the line with Dashy. And if Lucky doesn't have an AR there, it's probably a double.
So far, fantastic defense. Up 7 lives. See if they can shut it down here. Heretics trying to close it out, but I don't know. Gonna be so hard to do, at least within this round. Just no time to work with. They'll contest it and stop it at 3.8 seconds. Everybody drops, so Real's last to go, and there you go. You get a good round hold. You're thinking, wow, we could have really 3-0'd this map, and we extend this series. Instead, still a whole lot of work to do. We'll see if they win 4 and 5. But yeah, sub out for Ken, AR out for Shotzi, and, well, some smiles at least, because you got a round victory.
And this was like the big thing last year, even like online. Like they had a lot of close games at Optic, but all those tiny moments that we've been seeing, you know, a lot of them went their way. Like,
oh, they had a lot of clutches. Like I know
so many
their
clutches.
First major win had the search clutches were insane. Some wild controls. And I mean, sometimes when it's like that, you're winning.
Yeah, the momentum just feels like a shit.
Yeah. When you're on the losing end of them constantly, it just wears on you. When you're on the winning end, you feel untouchable. Like any kind of scenario thrown at you, you feel like you can walk away with a W. They're not. Yeah, they're the opposite end of that right now. Shotzi right into his hole. See as Kenny gets the first. Opening break can be so important. Shotzi not quite ready for that, but he is able to stay up, and the teammates are able to help him. That's Dashy. It's able to pluck
and they
too.
get Ken pushed. Oh, I thought they would get Ken pushed up and maybe just start to work this B point early. They'd at least get a tick. But yeah, they had a chance there to get Ken in the top window and set up that trap.
Pred's on 5 straight. Well, that streak comes to an end, so thinking he might work towards a cruise. We still like halfway to go. We'll see if that one ticket B, what it leads to. The timing from Dashy, disgusting though. That time the timing works out, fortunately. He's able to win it. Shot's able to pop out and at least get 1. Can they capitalize on this? They got the sub-aggression here. You got 3 subs out. You're trying to change the tempo, change the fights. Because like a lot of times, yeah, it was like Pred and Shotzi getting forward. They drop, and then you got 2 ARs in here just getting melted. 3rd sub seems to be helping right now.
Well, you're taking a really long route. Yeah, you're just too late. If you are Raykor, maybe you're just trying to find the kills and maybe set up a trap, but yeah, you have that extra tick, but need 2 more. Maybe that first one done early will help on out.
Yeah.
Shotzi trying to get forward inside Art is able to play his life. Now just trying to be annoying.
Yeah, how long can he spawn players out? He's his teammates to win some fights, though, and Dashy is able to do that. Let Shotzi just worry about them dealing with him. If he can play a little ISO game and just influence spawns, that would be great, and he's been able to do just that. Not working towards the second tick just yet. Shotzi now has 2 to deal with. It allows his teammates to push up the map a bit, but now what do you get out of this? You've got the streak control. Oh, Ken, I thought had that one won, but Raykor, he has, again, had his number throughout. You just get gunned from every spot, and now that B streak control is gone, you're back to step 1.
Yeah, it might look a little different if like Pred's able to stay alive that first time he touches the point, but if he just tries to dive across it behind the tree, ends up getting taken down. Still, if you're Optic, still a minute to work with. You can see what they're trying to do. They've had a couple of opportunities almost to like get this set up. Metals, though, is the one they're going to have to look out for. He's just trying to find whatever he can. It looked like he found his shots. He's trying to knife him. Pred's going to find one and get them out.
All right, now they get out. With 45 seconds left, you don't have a whole lot of chances for this. And problem is you've got Rancor in this position. Okay, so they cleaned him up at least. Maybe step one. Nice shot from Metals, though, to stagger this upcoming push. Real backed up onto the point and pausing the clock. Go Optic Texas for a moment, but Pred dying quickly. You've got a trophy here for coverage. We'll see how much that might end up helping. Lucky, though, but a pounce from mid-map. Can't turn it into two. Kenny gonna be the last man here to maybe make a play. Teammate comes in to help. Pred just soars on in and drops. No damage in, no nothing. You got 5 lives remaining for Optic. Time is dwindling, just over 15 to go. Nice little wall bang there from Dashy, maybe makes things interesting. We go to Real. Pred, unfortunately, has a team kill. Real takes the route through a hole, finds an opening. Now you got 2 players left. Make it 1, all on Pred. Best of luck. 1v6, 6 seconds to go. Takes 1, takes 2. Trying to make things interesting, but just can't get it done. Everything against him. It's a 3-0 in the control. 3-1 in the control, 3-0 in the series. Heretics get a solid dub. And yeah, I mean, that control had a lot of just kind of glaring, I don't know, spotlight on some of the frustrations.
There were just chances, man. Even in that last round, like that last push, there was like that 2-man game. Ken does so well to play his life. Almost finds 3. Like, if Pred gets that kill, there's a chance they might have 3 on the point. I don't know if they still would have won it, but like, you just never know if you have one more.
Well, it just looked funny from that POV for us because like you're watching King scramble and stay alive. He knows where the guy is, and then it's just like Pred just comes sliding in and drops. He doesn't even get a bullet out. I'm like, what the hell? Like, yeah, it looked goofy from our POV. I'm just like, all right.
Well, it's just like what happens afterwards, right? If he's able to find that, like the Dashy coming off spawn up the street, could have had 3 on it. Doesn't happen.
Rancor, maybe not as electric in that map 3, but still a hell of a series out of him. Still leads the way for his squad with 28. 41.
I mean, nobody's really electric on the side of Miami. Just could have lost the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, no, you honestly could. You honestly could. That's actually, yeah, you've got one person like positive one. Like, you got slayed by a little bit because, yeah, those first 2 were insane. Optic with their opportunities. I mean, map 1.